My mother-in-law bought first-class plane tickets for our entire family's holiday trip to Hawaii. Everyone except me. She handed me an economy boarding pass for the very last row, right next to the bathrooms. But when my husband saw my ticket at the boarding gate, he didn't just argue with her. He walked straight up to the airline counter and made a move that left his mother completely speechless. My husband, Jake, and I have been married for 3 years. His mother, Diane, has never fully accepted me. She comes from old money and has always treated me like I'm some kind of temporary trial run. She regularly introduces me to her friends as Jake's current roommate, completely ignoring the diamond ring on my left hand. This year, Diane decided she wanted to host a massive family bonding trip to Maui for the holidays. She insisted on paying for all the flights, claiming it was her gift to the family. There were 12 of us going. I actually spent weeks helping her coordinate the hotel bookings and dinner reservations, thinking this might finally be the trip where we bond. I was so wrong. We all met at the airport terminal. Diane stood by the gate, dramatically passing out these glossy ticket jackets like she was handing out Oscars. When she got to me, she gave a fake, overly sweet smile. "Oh, Emma, honey," she said loudly, making sure the whole family heard. They unfortunately ran out of first-class seats when I was booking. "You don't mind sitting in the back, right? You're so low maintenance." I opened the jacket. Row 45, seat E. A middle seat in the absolute last row of a 9-hour flight. I checked the airline app on my phone. The first-class cabin wasn't sold out when she booked. She just intentionally chose not to buy one for me. His sister snickered behind her hand. I felt my face get hot. I just nodded and stood off to the side, waiting for Jake to get back from buying us coffee. 3 minutes later, Jake walked over and handed me a latte. He asked what seat I was in so we could board together. I quietly showed him my pass. He stared at it, then looked at his own ticket for seat 2A. He turned to his mother. "You put my wife in the back of the plane?" Diane immediately played the victim. "Flights are so expensive right now, Jake, and it's just a plane ride. She'll survive." Jake didn't yell. He didn't cause a scene. He just turned around, walked directly to the boarding desk, and spoke to the gate agent. A minute later, he walked back to our group. He didn't have his first-class ticket anymore. Instead, he walked over to an exhausted-looking young mother who was struggling to soothe a crying toddler nearby. He handed her his first-class ticket. "Happy holidays," he told her. "Enjoy the extra legroom." Diane turned pale. "What are you doing?" she gasped. "That was a $2,000 seat. You're going to sit in the very back?" Jake looked her dead in the eye. "I sit where my wife sits, and if she's not welcome in your row, neither am I." We boarded the plane and squeezed into the very back row. Honestly, it was the best flight of my life. We shared a bag of cheap pretzels, watched a movie on one screen, and laughed the whole way to Hawaii. When we landed, Jake rented a separate car and drove us to a completely different resort. Diane sent him 50 angry texts, but Jake only replied once. "We're on vacation, just not with you." Sometimes the best view is from the back of the plane, sitting next to a man who always has your back. If your partner always has your back no matter what, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories.